Good evening, Patuxent Panthers. On behalf of the Calvert County Board of Education, it is beyond an honor and a pleasure to be with you all this evening. I want to start by thanking your family and friends who are here tonight. Thank you to the Superintendent, Dr. Curry, and his staff, your principal, Ms. Bergen, your teachers, counselors, support staff, bus drivers, and every other person along the way that has helped make this day possible, your graduation day. Panthers, you're about to be 2016 high school graduates. So what are you going to do tonight after you receive your diploma? First, I think you should not let this day go without expressing gratitude to the people who have helped you, nurtured you, and mentored you along the way. And perhaps a few of you, and if you don't mind me saying, your family put up with your stuff and they supported you anyway, right? Next, you should spend a few moments reflecting on what you have truly accomplished. Your high school diploma, along with the knowledge and skills acquired, is your launching pad for next level opportunities and success. It's the beginning of many, many great things to come. Many of you have plans to show up on a college campus or a university in the fall. Others will go off to work full-time. Then there are those who have volunteered to serve our great nation by joining the military. Some will take some time to decide in what direction they want to go in. In all of these circumstances, you should be prepared to begin your journey based upon your Calvert County public school education. There is, however, something I think you may benefit from hearing about. That is the need to cultivate good character and being likable. I hope you understand, or you will come to learn, your next level of success is contingent upon more than obtaining a bachelor's of science degree or a law degree, becoming a corporate executive or being an entrepreneur, being promoted to manager or supervisor, or even earning a six-figure income. If you have a desire to someday impact the world around you, people should like you. To me, being highly likable will help you achieve unimaginable dreams and impact many. Napoleon Hill, author of one of my favorite books, Think and Grow Rich, wrote about the habits of the most likable people in his essay, Develop a Pleasing Personality. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Do you act as if the person you're speaking to is the most important person in the world? You should use your conversations to give as an opportunity to learn about another person and give them time to talk. Do you have someone in your life that you trust to point out your flaws? Having someone you trust and you can completely be honest with allows you to continue to grow. Those are a couple of the habits likable people should possess that Mr. Hill wrote about. Author and motivational speaker Zig Ziglar, who I still adore, once said, "The foundation stones for a balanced success are honesty, character, integrity, faith, love, and loyalty." I encourage you to continue building and nurturing upon this foundation, and you will reach higher heights, and you will live a healthy and happy life. Thank you, graduates. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Cousins. Audience, please join me in welcoming our next speaker to the podium, Dr. Daniel D. Curry, Superintendent of Schools for Calvert County.
Congratulations, class of 2016. You know, when you've been a superintendent who has been a part of high school graduations as long as I have, It's a struggle to come up with words that are relevant to both you, the graduates, and to the audience, and relevant to today's times. Sure, I could use some of the same material from some of my old speeches, but every year is different, and you only have one high school graduation, so I feel I owe you something current. That's why I decided today to talk about the founders of this great nation. There is nothing more hip and current than talking about a bunch of old white guys who died 200 years ago. In particular, I want to talk about founding father Alexander Hamilton, the man on the $10 bill. And actually, I don't want to talk so much about him. I want to talk about this new Broadway show that has taken the nation by storm. That's about his story. It's a phenomenon. Hamilton the musical opened on Broadway just last August and has become a history show for the history books, with music, lyrics, and story written by Lin-Manuel Miranda and inspired by a book written in 2004, The Biography of Hamilton by Ron Chernow. It's impossible to get tickets. I looked them up today. Tickets for Hamilton in August, cheap seats, $635. Front row center, $3,000. The show has a number of properties that are a bit unusual. Number one, it's not the first Broadway show about Hamilton. There was one 99 years ago. But it tells the story of Hamilton, an immigrant, an illegitimate orphan from the Caribbean who comes to the United States. He meets Aaron Burr, ambitiously climbs into the Revolution. He writes like crazy, the Federalist Papers among them, and he becomes right-hand man to George Washington, a war hero and treasurer of the United States. The show itself was nominated for a record 16 Tony nominations. You can see the Tonys on CBS on June 12th, 8 o'clock, 7 Central. The composer and writer and conceiver of this play is also the star and plays Hamilton. There are well-known historical figures like Jefferson, Washington, Aaron Burr, Lafayette, Madison, and they are all played by people of different ethnic backgrounds. From the neck down, it looks like the late 1700s. From the neck up, it looks like New York City today. But the most unique property is that most of the songs are rap. It's a hip-hop based musical. Do you like hip-hop? Yeah, me neither. Until I heard the soundtrack to Hamilton, and what an incredible story. The soundtrack is #1 on Broadway musical albums today. It's also #1 on the rap charts. Now it begins with Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, Aaron Burr, and others introducing us to Hamilton, and they take turns on verses like this. You guys are going to help me here. You have any rhythm? I want a slow snap. Can everybody snap? Come on. One thing. No, not too fast. Snap. 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 Goes like this. Keep it up. The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter. Hey, you quit? Come on, give me some snaps here. We got more. Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. Our man saw his future drip, drip, dripping down the drain, but a pencil to his temple connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the word got around, and they said, this kid's insane, man. Took up a collection to send him to the mainland. Get your education. Don't forget from whence you came, man. The world's going to know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you wait. And that's just how it starts. Now the story takes us through Hamilton's short adult life, and I'm starting to like history here, aren't you? Through war and revolution, love, marriage, children, and infidelity. the development of a new nation. There's lots of great characters and lots of great lines. One of my favorites is, immigrants, they get the job done. Especially appropriate for graduates is the mantra of Hamilton and his friends who will not be denied their future. And they chant this, I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Can you say that with me? I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I might ask you to repeat that later. Now, the story takes us through meetings of the president's cabinet, where issues between Hamilton and Jefferson are debated in rap battles. It takes us through the political dealings that led to the U.S. Capitol being moved from New York City to the south, not that far from us, and where we are today, while banking stayed in New York City. It closes with the famous duel between Aaron Burr and Hamilton, and I hope you know how that turned out. Now, the big picture is that Alexander Hamilton was not that appreciated in his time. Maybe he talked too much. Maybe he was a little obnoxious. Maybe he was a little too aggressive. But years following his death, the impact of his work was clear. The closing song, Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story, points out that we don't necessarily get to tell our own story. It is left up to what others say of us and our body of work. So graduates, who tells your story? Class of 2016, you're going to get to hear something from this old superintendent that no one's ever heard before. You know, I've been inspired by Hamilton. And though I will admit I have considered rapping a graduation message before, I have never acted on it. This is going to be my first. Actually, my second I practiced this afternoon. I'm going to lay down a rhyme for you. You're going to hear some subtle influences of leaders in the genre, such as the Sugar Hill Gang. Any of you parents remember the Sugar Hill Gang? Biggie Smalls, Eminem, Jay-Z, and of course, that incomparable poet and rapper, Dr. Seuss. It goes like this. Here you are, the class of 16, ready to exit and ready to fix things. In a country that needs you, leave the family that feeds you. We wish you Godspeed you, but we want to pay heed. Nobody gets paid for good grades. Congrats on the hard work. You made it success lurk. Your future is waiting and you're anticipating that I will stop talking so you can start walking across this stage. Then you turn the page in the book of life, and then you act your age. Yo, what's your story? Will there be any glory? Are you career ready? Will you hold steady to a dream you had that you want so bad? What's your story? Will you head right off to work? Please don't be a jerk and choose to do nothing. A big old couch muffin growing your scruff in. I just hope you're bluffing. Now, most of you should go on to college. You're going to need a lot more knowledge. Could be trade school or tech school where you get the privilege to learn more and burn more and build your image. Yo, what's your story? When it comes to careers, you will change your mind. You'll switch jobs 100 times. Try this and try that. It isn't a crime. And if you're lucky, you'll choose right. You'll work in college with all your might, and you'll finish in 4 years, or 5 years, or 6 years, or 7 years. Things could get tight. I know parents whose big tears will pour down when the bills come, want the best for you and then some, but huge loans for your mom, that's dumb. My advice for those of you who just don't know, community college is where you should go. You'll be close to home. You'll save lots of money. You'll sleep in your old bed. You'll be close to your honey. The 2-year degree could be just a start, but it may take some time to follow your heart. Yo, what's your story? Will you look for the glory of teacher or preacher or maker of gravy? Will you be on TV? Will you enlist in the Navy? Whatever you choose, or maybe it choose you, your story is yours, and no one else's will do. We've done what we can, so show us what you've got. Go out there and show us that you are not throwing away your shot. Congratulations.